Hello, everybody. Dr. Steve Edelman, Dr. Jeremy Pettis. Take it away, buddy.
Okay, so today we're talking about the lifespan of diabetes, whether you have type 1 or type 2. It's a big difference if you were just diagnosed or if you've been living with it for 20, 30 years. And so we want to talk about some things that you need to know when you're first diagnosed, and then maybe some tips that you didn't know if you're savvy. So starting with if you were newly diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, here's some important things that you need to know when you're first diagnosed. First, get a continuous glucose monitor. The sooner the better. When you're first diagnosed, I hate hearing people say that they can't get it right away for some reason. Get it, you're going to do better with it. That's a device that will tell you what your blood sugar is all the time without having to prick your finger. Number 2, see an endocrinologist. Get a diabetes specialist that you really bond with. It's not about finding the best one or whatever. Somebody that you relate to. You need to do that. Number 3, check out our TCOID video vault. There's lectures on everything for free, on exercise, medications, new systems that you can be on. You really have to educate yourself. Take the time to learn as much as you can about type 1 diabetes. And the final thing is you are going to be okay. You can live a long, healthy life with type 1 diabetes. Steve and I have both had it since we're 15, and I'm thankful that I have type 1 diabetes. I don't say that all the time, but right now I'm feeling thankful sitting next to my bud. So tell us about your newly diagnosed with type 2.
Yeah, it's the same sort of thing. Knowledge is power. You get type 2 diabetes, you take care of it, you live longer for it. Number 1, lifestyle. Within number 1 is diet and exercise. Exercise, you just need to start doing aerobic exercise, whatever you can do, build up the time, walking, golfing, exercising, even getting a exercise machine for your house. You got to build up. Getting your heart in shape is important. Number 2 is diet. I hate the first 3 letters in diet. And you know what it comes down to? Eating the foods you like in moderation. I'm not going to change your diet overnight, and neither is anybody else. So you'll learn more about diet on our video vault, listening to dietitians, but it's really we are not what we eat. We are how much we eat if you have type 2 diabetes. Lastly, medication. Most people get started off on metformin. It's a great drug, but it's really important for you to know that there is a natural progression of type 2 diabetes, meaning that over time, your caregiver, your doctor may give you more medications to keep your A1C at goal, which hopefully is close to 7%. And that's something not to freak out over, but it's just something to know that you will need a concoction of things. But that's the important part, to keep your A1C down.
I want to get an exercise machine for my house. It just sounds like some machine that just kind of moves you around and exercises you. All right. So savvy type 1. You've got type 1 for 10, 20, 30 years. And we were talking about you got 4 hours to kill. Ask a savvy type 1 how they bowl us for pizza. They can tell you 20, 30 different tips that they have. So things that I tell everybody that's been living with type 1 for a while, get on one of these hybrid closed loop systems. A pump and CGM combination can make a huge difference in your life. And beyond that, once you start getting your blood sugars under control, it's really these life hacks that I'm constantly talking to people about. How to store their insulin, in the fridge, how to get more days out of their sensor, places to put their insulin infusion sets that I like, how to deal with exercise, all these kinds of things that we go over again in the TCOID video vault, because there's only so much you can learn from carb counting and these kinds of things.
You can't get this information in a textbook.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the bottom line.
Or how to drink alcohol successfully.
Oh, you're good at that.
So, these are the things where the shift really is how to live a normal, mentally healthy life with diabetes, how to think about it less, get good control, and not have it run your life, and how to get some positives out of living with the disease, how to meet a buddy, all those things.
Okay. For the savvy type 2s out there, you've got to know about 2 important classes of medication. SGLT2 inhibitors, Jardiance and Farxiga. These are drugs that lower your blood sugar, lower your weight, protect your heart, and protect your kidneys. They do not cause hypoglycemia. The next important class is GLP-1 receptor agonists, and those are Ozempic and Trulicity, and there's others as well. And these are drugs that also reduce heart attacks and strokes. They lower your weight. They work well with the SGLT2 inhibitors and all the other medications on our list. And these are important for you to know because type 2 diabetes is about prevention of heart disease, kidney disease, and diabetes complications. Lastly, if you're a type 2, CGM it can be life-changing for you. And they're not just for folks with type 1.
Yeah, I just think that the shift is being on these medications is a gift. It's a benefit. Like we always joke that I'm jealous that we can't take these medicines because they're so effective, lower blood sugars, reduce weight, all these things. It's a whole new day for people living with type 2 diabetes.
So remember, March 19th, we're having our first virtual diabetes conference of the year where we're going to be covering all the bases for you newbies and for you old timers, for those that need basics and those of you that need to stay as savvy as you think you are.
Yeah, I'm going to put it in my calendar right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see you guys there March 19th. Thanks for listening.
Bye.